Morning all. So it is Monday the 21st of October, and I said I'd give you a bit of an update about the bridge that's going over the Chesterfield Canal at Staveley in Chesterfield, and it got cancelled last time because of weather conditions, ground were too soft, and ultimately they'd got the wrong crane. So this morning I'm back just to see if they've got any more progress. It's currently 2 minutes past 9 in the morning, so we'll get here, have a quick look over at bridge, see if there's much going off, and try and give you a bit of an update. But this is the new bridge at Staveley going over at Chesterfield Canal, and then they're wanting to actually extend the canal even further as well. So let's go and have a look and see if they've turned up. Oh wow, so yeah. So they're there this morning. Another huge crane. That thing actually looks like it's getting in position to start connecting it to that bridge. But as you can see down there, see canal underneath us, look, and it's going to go. The bridge is going to go across from this point to this point. And the plan is to eventually extend the Chesterfield Canal as well. And this is all sight going off, so looking promising. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down towards this area down here and try and give you a bit of an eyes on down there. But 9:05 in the morning on Monday, and they are actually cracking on. So let's go and hang around and see if we can actually get it on camera for you, in motion, being erected. Right, so this is the bridge that we're on, and it's actually going to be down in that viaduct over there, and I'm walking down this way, and there's a little cut through that takes you down here through these sorts of trees and what have you. So I'll get down there, get onto that path and get you a bit closer so you can see a bit better. So it's actually down here where you need to go, look. So this is footpath, planning permissions on thing there. It's actually been ripped off here as well. It was the other day when I come. So if you want to go and have a look at that video, you'll actually be able to see the detail on there for what the work is actually going to entail down here. But today is ultimately bridge day. So if it gets erected today, it's good, ideal weather conditions all day for it. Bit of wind, but no major. Like I say, I'm only local as well, so if anything gets delayed, I'm only 5 minutes from home, so I can just quickly pop back. But yeah, nice little woodland walk. There's the lorry. Right, so there's the crane, look. What an absolute machine that thing is. So I'm only here this morning for a fishing point of view. I'm not getting in anyone's way, not coming down to upset anyone or get in the way of anyone's work. I'm just down here purely for the update for the Chesterfield Canal. Like I say, it's a fishing channel, guys, and I'm not here to get in anyone's way and start upsetting people while they're at work. Not in this particular organisation anyway. But very busy over there, and that's the actual bridge itself. This bit here, just outside of this chap, and there's your big crane, and that's what they're going to lift it up with. Right, so I'm going to take you for a walk up this path and try and get to the top up here. I might be able to give you a bit of a different angle from up here, but ultimately I think the other side of that crane over there is where you're going to have the best sort of view of it actually being installed. Doesn't look like it's got any chains or anything wrapped around it yet, so maybe that crane's just probably getting in position. Might be a while yet before it happens, but best to be here, eh? Right, let's get up here, see what other sort of areas we've got to view it from, see if they're any better. Ultimately, I think down there's going to be your best viewing spot, honestly. I reckon over here where we were the other day, they'll clear people out of the way just while it's being installed for safety. Let's go and have a look. Right, so here's the view from this area. Look, you can actually see where the bridge is going to sit. It's going to go straight across to the other side of that little viaduct there over at Canal. There's the crane, Baldwin's, massive unit that. So I don't know, who knows, today might be the day we finally see it go up, but it'd be ideal if it does. Like I see, it's an area down here where you can actually see a few people stood already, but when the actual bridge gets rested on these pads either side, I reckon they'll clear people away from down here, because I mean, I'm pretty certain they've got it covered, but in the event that it falls down or anything happens or something breaks, you're not going to want people right down there where he is at Blue Top. So I honestly think that they might even shoot everybody up here out at way anyway. But we'll hang about and just see if anything progresses for this bridge install. So we've actually got like contractors putting ladders onto the bridge. So I imagine at some point when that bridge actually gets installed up there, they'll probably have somebody on it with like an harness and some ladders, probably to help guide it into place maybe, I don't know. But slid on, big pair of ladders. I think now they're looking for like an anchor point for this bridge to go on. That's a massive sort of U-bolt thing there that they've got. That crane's turning around now, look. Mr. Baldwin. Massive unit, that thing. Just extending out now slowly. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's slowly coming out. So I know what they're going to do. They're going to get the ladders that they've put on the bridge. They've put some step ladders on that bridge, look. Well, not step ladders, but big ladders. They're going to get this hook that they're now loading a big chain onto on the back of that lorry there, look. He's loading a big chain onto it. And I reckon they're going to lower it down on top of over this bridge and use ladders to actually climb up and hook the chains probably onto, maybe. I'm not sure. Let's see what happens, but there's your chains going onto the big hook at the bottom. Huge thing, the size of that. I bet that crane comes out 6 times that. You can see all collars there, look, with how many times it sort of telescopes out. Massive thing. So now they've got a big, I don't know what that is, like a big blue piece of steel. They just took off that big lorry there. So that crane's just swung that big blue steel structure around over that way. Just lowering it down now over the back, so not quite sure what that is, unless that's one of the anchor points. Because down here on the floor, this big brown structure here, that's actually one of the legs for the bridge. So I dare say they're going to put the legs in first and lower the bridge onto the legs. That would probably make more sense. Everything seems to be running smoothly. They all know what they're doing. Safety hats everywhere, IVs all over the place. There's a chap over there filming everything, probably making sure everything's going smoothly. And again, I'm only stood on footpath as well, people. I'm not intervening with you. I'm not trying to upset anybody. As much as people can stand here and film, I know someone you might think, oh, you know, it's not really fair doing that because they're trying to work. But this is just same as people walking past and just documenting it with their eyeballs. So. And not only that, but this is a bit of history going off here, yeah. So this is the new bridge going over, and ultimately this is going to be the start of, like, you know, the rebirth of the Chesterfield Canal. So I just want to get it on film for you. Yeah, so that base has gone down over there somewhere. I don't actually know what that was for, unless it's something for crane. I think he's lowered it onto the back of that crane over there, to be fair. So a lot going off. All these big sort of Yankum style ropes going up, getting prepared, ready to start hooking it all up. So a bit of a view from down this way. Actually got a guy on the back of that crane sort of there, and he's guiding where he wants it to be. Right, so it's just now picking something up off the back of that lorry again. I think I've worked it out. What it's doing now is going to pick up another one of these blue sort of pieces of equipment. Not quite sure what they are, but I'm sure that it'll make sense the more it goes on. But just down here, look, see this pad here? That's where that leg's going. Someone did tell me there were two going, but I bet what he meant were it's one leg and it's got two branches on it, so quite interesting. What are these things? Are they like big weights to stop it from falling over? What is that? Do you reckon they put them down on legs to stop it from tipping up? Yeah, I reckon they're big weights, aren't they? I reckon they're big weights and they go on bottom of there to stop it from, just to keep it stable, I reckon. It's got to be something like that, hasn't it? Really professional though. Look like they know what they're doing. Look like they do this sort of thing every day. I think if I were having a bridge built, I'd definitely want these guys doing it. Well, fitting it anyway. Don't know what they're like at building bridges. Yeah, I reckon the big weights or something, aren't they? They've got to be. Hopefully, as the morning progresses, we'll see some action for you. So they're still putting these great blue things on it. I reckon the big weights. Chap here in red coat, he's just been chatting with me. Says that he watches me videos on YouTube. So nice to have I don't want to call him a fan, but it's nice to have someone recognise it. Says he was watching that 7 foot onesie video at Allcroft the other day. If you've not seen it, catching great massive carp on that little Preston 7 foot onesie. If you're thinking about getting one, get one. It won't be a waste of money. But so far they're still stacking these great blue things up on top of there. Look, I reckon they're big weights, or they might just be big protectors in case it swings into the machine. They'll probably serve more purpose than what I'm trying to figure out, but real big thing this, massive. Got a couple of chaps on the bridge itself. I think they're probably ready for getting some chains in place. So he's got the ladders there, so they're going to climb up the ladders and start getting these chains and ropes in place, I reckon. One's already in place, you can just about see it. A little bit of orange there, it's like an orange toe style rope thing. You know what they use for lifting heavy bridges up, I don't know what they call. But right unit. But so far so good. Just been told by this chap in red, I think they're aiming for about midday to get it up. It's currently 9:47 in the morning, so might be able to go for a wonder. There's a couple of chaps up top there, so that might be a good view to be at when it's ready. But I think ultimately when it goes into place, I'm going to get up here near this fence just so I can watch it seat in for you like that. As much as I imagine it's safe here, it'll just be my luck that if this thing does come tumbling or fall over, it'll be me that gets squished, so I'll get out of the way. But yeah, we've got a few people turning up. It's all exciting stuff. Beats clipping dogs' toenails on a Monday morning, that's for sure. So just to give it a better view, you can actually see them guys there with ropes, look, and they're climbing up the side of the bridge, and they're going to get them ropes in place. You can actually see them just over at the top of that one there, look, where they're already in place. So they're making sure they're all in right areas. So a bit of action going off now. I've actually got cherry picker budged over to one side. The crane's got its head down, just getting prepared for lifting this bridge up, I think. So it's all busy at the minute. Got all these chaps up here on top. Everything seems to be looking promising, so it should be going ahead.
It's like altered its configuration just that bit of the foot top were right straight out before.
A ton of people here now. Bit of progress now. Reckon it's going down for that leg, so there's going to be a leg going onto this base here. And I reckon it's going down for that leg, and they're going to start swinging that over soon. But got plenty of people here. Got BBC here, so plenty of coverage for you all. But should be in a good place here to be able to watch it get rested onto these two big pads either side. So exciting stuff. See, now what they're doing here is they're putting this steel structure across so that when they lift it up, it doesn't bow in. So they're just making sure that they cover everything, just to make sure it's all right before they do it. And that piece of steel going across the top will actually stop both sides from bowing in as they lift it up, and just help relieve a load of pressure on those two sides. Even got the ITV up here as well, just on top there with camera. My good pal who's been down and done my news bulletins with me for Artoil Reservoir in Pass, so he's up there getting a good shot with his camera. So we've got some sort of movement going off now. Not quite sure what's happening, but lifting something over. My guess is that they're going to be like base plates that are going to get bolted up onto these platforms here, and they are what are going to, the feet on the actual bridge itself, they're going to bolt onto them. I reckon they'll get bolted in, and they're what the bridge is going to sit on, so I bet they've got to do the same for that platform up there as well, yeah. So they're just putting in that first leg support now. So that's being bolted down now, and afterwards it's just going to be a matter of picking the bridge up and then slowly aligning that into place. Right, so big straps on now. I'm pretty certain these are what are going to hook onto the 4 points on the bridge. And it'll just be a matter of lifting it up and then guiding it into place. At each corner of the bridge they've put some guide ropes on for people on floor to actually guide the corners of each side over. So it's not like it's a crane that's going to be stood there dangling with a bridge spinning round it wind. They've actually got some guide ropes, so I think they've probably got a couple of blokes that are going to go on each corner on floor and just hold it still while they get it in position. But we've got people up here. I think we're going to go in for this side first, and then they're going to have a bunch of people go over there onto that platform, just lowering ropes down into the bridge now, look. Right, so they just pushed us all down here to the bottom, which we all sort of expected, that we weren't going to be swinging a bridge around with us all up on this path here, so we've all come down here out of the way. And just to give you a bit of a reference, you can just see one at pads over there, and then the second one is actually just over here, so you're probably going to get a better view from this angle, to be fair. But when they start swinging it over, you can just see those guys on the bridge now. They're going all guide ropes sort of intact, ready for linking up onto here. So just to give you a bit of a reference, the old canal used to run through this way. So all this here to your left hand side is the old remains of the old Chesterfield Canal. And if you actually drop down to water's edge here, I say water's edge, it's all filled in pretty much now, but you've still got all your sort of mossy areas, and I dare if you walked out in that, it'd still be silty. But this section here was once the Chesterfield Canal. People used to go up and down here in the boats, and this is the bit that one day they're going to chisel back out with rest of money and venture off that way. But this here, little bit of canal that you probably wouldn't even know it was there if you walked past it. But it's got more stories to tell than most of us. Yeah, so if I come over here, look, you can actually see that pad a bit better. There's the Y support that's just got in, and it's just a matter now lifting the bridge up and just slowly manoeuvring it into place on there. So the crane looks like it's folding away. I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't just not do it now unless there's a reason for it, but might just be a delay. But stay tuned. But it looks like it's packing away. So while they're having that 20-minute break just to adjust some straps, apparently I've just brought you down here. So canal runs this way. Look, you've got a path here, and the old canal were filled in this way, and I've actually found a load of sort of structural work, which I'm guessing the canal was on that side of it, or it might have even broke into two here. But I think they're in process of actually digging all this out, ready for making sure it can be dug out in future. But quite exciting bit of structure here for you, loads of bricks and that in bottom of where the canal used to be, and you can actually still see there's like still water table in all this land here. Obviously the canal base is all still preserved from last time, so any water that ends up in here just sort of sits on that old sort of silty bottom that's still down there. But yeah, that's your old canal channel up that way towards where the big crane is. But I'm just going to hang on for a bit. I'm going to go for a walk up in Staveley and get me a Greg's or a sausage roll, or I don't know, something. But knowing my luck, I'll set off and it'll start again. So still down here, still keeping in touch with place, just making sure I get the best possible update I can when they start. So last thing I'm going to do is miss anything. Yeah, so I'll hang about. Right, so a bit of an update for you all. They've had to bring up crane back in, make the straps shorter because he couldn't get high enough for them to warrant being as long as they were. So what he's done is he's actually brought the sides in, the two big outriggers that you saw, and apparently that means he's going to be able to get the height he needs to be able to use the straps to lift the bridge up. You've got to remember that them long straps, you've then got to come up with the bridge, so he just needs extra stability. So what he's doing now is, from what I've just been told, he's now just going to go straight up, get the bridge attached, and it means he'll be able to sort of tilt it better. You bridge people will be able to do some better commentary than that. So hopefully now we might see some action. So Chesterfield Canal Trust, this chap here in blue jacket, he just gave me this. So any information on the old Chesterfield Canal, there's membership form at middle page for anyone interested. Be able to go onto website and have a look. Seems to be quite a nice organisation to be a part of. Absolutely nothing they're not doing. So yeah, nice bit of handy information there. Definitely more going off this time. As you can see, that crane's like extended a lot more now. That hook's just going down onto the bridge where a bunch of chaps are going to start putting slings over to start lifting it up. So there we go, bit of activity. Crane's going up. It's got the straps attached to it. Just want to see if it's that point now where it's actually going to lift the crane up off the trellises. It's been lift the bridge up off the trellises it's been sat on all this time, and then it will just be lifted up into air and then manoeuvred across this gap. So you've got a platform up here that you can't quite see, and you've got the stand for the bridge, and then the second platform over here. So hopefully this is it. Right, we have takeoff. So the bridge is now only suspended by the straps.
I thought there were going to be a few more minutes then.
Bit more movement going on now. So what they've got now is they've got guide ropes on sort of every corner. They've got a couple of blokes there at each end, and as it lifts it up, they're then going to guide it into a position where it needs to go. Nice to bring you all that very moment of history to your screens for you. So what they're actually doing, they're bringing it round the other way, and they're going to walk down this bank in a minute and actually bring the bridge in that way. So this end over here is actually going to go onto this platform up here. You see guide ropes on the other side, look. So there's a bloke at either end of them, and they're pulling it round. They're just dropping down this little bit of a hill here, look now. We've actually just got the bridge and the tree up here, so just trying to pull it through that tree. Let's have a look. So this rope here is pulling it this way. Chaps on the other side are pulling it up the hill. Just going to turn it round. So this is going to go over here onto this platform. And there's your bridge in full swing. Possibly the last time you're ever going to see it before it becomes a bridge. See the two pads underneath there. One there, one there. That's what's actually going to sit on this Y-shaped stand up here. That chap up there with rope, he's pulling it over that way. It's going to sit over there into that rest, and this one big Y sort of structure here is going to sit underneath it. Cranes in full swing right up there, and as they sit it on this pad here, over here they'll be sitting it onto that one. You can't quite see it because it's trees, but you've got quite a good view here of that one over there. Just zoom in a bit for you. Massive piece of kit, huge thing, all the way across. Got a drone operator here to my right hand side. So he's got a drone up, he's got this one here. But there's another one up there. There's a couple more even further up that way. So whatever I don't get, this chap here will be able to get a lot more for you all as well. So if you have a filter through YouTube isn't Facebook, you might be able to find his footage. Don't know his name, so I'm sure there'll be something there. So they're actually putting in that side over there first. So that's what they're anchoring down first. So that'll get bolted down first over here. And then what they're going to do is they're going to relieve it and let it sit on this side afterwards. So just getting that side patched up. And then we're nearly done. So we're just lowering it in now, look. Those guys over here are guiding it onto the bolt so it can be bolted down. Just a bit more to go here, you can see gap between the actual frame here and bottom at bridge. Well, that's obviously going to be a lot wider because it's suspended up, so the bridge is like sort of naturally bent that way. So I think once they've got the green light from that side, we'll then tell them they can lower it down and start bolting it up that side. So down it comes. I'm going to sit onto that platform there. These guys over here are lining it up. It's probably about got another 6 inches before it makes contact with that. Down it comes. Couple of inches. Just see gap on that bracket there. Might be able to hear it when it touches it. So at this point you've got both ends at bridge now on their sort of anchor points. ITV here, so it'll be on your TVs later on as well. There we go, lowering right down now onto that bracket there, onto that big stand. Lifting it back up again. Can't be far off, but again it's one of them sort of things that has to be absolutely dead right before they anchor it down for good. So the chap's giving a clap for being the first one to walk across it. Another one there, look. So I imagine they're just checking it just to make sure everything's straight, nothing's twisted. Again, any bridge people in comments, feel free to dive in. I'm only documenting this for angling side of things because now this bridge has gone up, you know, it's the first of many things. And one of them being that the canal will one day run back underneath here again, out towards Renishaw that way. So good times, very interesting times. So down it comes again. Although I'm hoping all these chaps up here, look, just tackling to get it lined up while it gets lowered into position. Down it comes. Chap going under now on a cherry picker. I don't know if his job's going to be to just make sure them holes line up for the bracket and the bridge, and then maybe put some bolts through just to guide it in ready. Yeah, so I'm guessing he's got the anchor bolts underneath that on that cherry picker, so probably put a couple of them in just to line it up. Then they'll drop the weight of the bridge down, take up slack off these straps, and then it'll be just a matter of just tightening everything up, I think. So everybody's making their way off now. Chesterfield Canal Trust, they all seem happy, all smiling faces. No one seems like, you know, this is something they don't want here. Everybody seems quite happy with it, so yeah, bit of a success for everybody really. Normally big projects like this, they don't always go down well in local community, especially how much money they cost, and with that figure on that sign there, 25.2 million, I think they've actually surpassed that now anyway, so it's nice to see it finally coming together. This chap's just getting some of these bolts in, I think, and then just be a matter of pinning it all to the floor, and it's done. Right, so a little bit of a closer look for you all. Up there, sat on that base like I've shown you before, and then it goes all the way across onto that base there with the Y support underneath, which I believe they're just getting lined up, ready to start putting some anchor bolts onto now. But this is your bridge. Looks incredible. Massive work from the crane guys. Loads of different contractors here making this happen. And kind of come here today to put my efforts towards supporting Canal and River Trust. I've not seen many of them down here. I know this project's sort of for them to take a back seat because ultimately there's no canal under here at the minute, but you know, they will have a massive input on this area in the future. So, you know, for anyone that's looking for any progress on Canal and River Trust sort of followings, websites, Facebook page and everything, I thought I'd do my little bit and get a bit of footage for you, just so you've all got something to feast your eyes on. I'm going to hang about for a bit, and then what I want to do is, if it's safe in a bit, I want to go up and just try and get a better look up there as well. So yeah, like we said earlier, these guys just doing all these guide bolts into this bottom bracket ready to fasten up. So there you have it, people. Your new bridge in Staveley is newly installed. 26 million, I think it's surpassed already. It says 25 point something on sign, but locals have told me around 26 million pounds it's cost, not just for the bridge but for the whole project to sort of unfold. There's been loads of people here today, loads of local support from the Chesterfield Canal Trust. There's been pretty much everyone present today that can be, but that's your new bridge, newly installed, and this marks a milestone for a new life of Chesterfield Canal, because at some point the rest of the money hung over from this project is actually going to fund putting the canal back into where it used to once flow. Meaning that this very view with this new bridge might one day be a very popular backdrop for a lot of catch shots, for a lot of angling based photos in the fishing game, and also for a lot of people just visiting Staveley and Chesterfield in general, wanting to make the most of Chesterfield Canal. And who knows, one day this bridge might go over the top of a fully connected Chesterfield Canal that it once was. So who knows? Either way, very exciting times ahead. Anyway, I know it's not a fishing based video, but I'm local to Chesterfield. I've spent a lot of time on Chesterfield Canal over the years, and I thought it's only fair that I come down and give you all the best update I can on this new Staveley Bridge. And who knows, one day we might be doing a cheap pole challenge down here, or arranging some matches, or even getting involved with Canal and River Trust down here at Chesterfield Canal around this new bridge area. So thank you for watching if you've watched this far. I know it's not an angling based video, but you know, sometimes these things, they interest some people, so it's here for those that are interested. And yeah, who knows, I might be walking over this new bridge with a coffee sometime soon. So thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you've not already. Massive thank you for everyone who's been here today that spoke to me. A few people have recognised me off of the old YouTubes and Facebookers. Yeah, it's been quite a nice day out. It's been 6 long hours just stood here, but it's all been worth it. And so from me and the new Staveley Town Deal Bridge, I will see you on the next one.